Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Sparks. I'm your host, Adam Mayberry. Today we take you on a tour of the city's Parks and Recreation Department, beginning with a look at the top 5 most popular parks in the entire city.
4, 3, 2, 1!
Well, thank you very much. I think the first thing to say is this is an investment in your smiles. Our city council has many challenges, but they've chosen to invest in the children of this city and generations that will follow you and creating smiles. So as you use this equipment and you use this park, I want you to know that this council and this city made an investment in your smile.
Our family-friendly town is known as a great place to raise kids. Parks like Pehle are part of the reason. This new All Abilities Playground is the latest improvement here. Now let's count down the top 5 favorite parks in the city of Sparks. Our visit with the city's Parks and Recreation Department continues with a look at the most popular sports facilities.
Softball is one of our largest programs. The addition of Golden Eagle Regional Park has been huge for our community. We host tournaments from February through November. So other than the months of December, really, we have tournaments going out there all the time. The economic impact to our community has just been huge with the number of teams that come in from out of town. I mean, we have teams come in from Alaska and Florida and New York and from everywhere across the country. Our aquatics program, this facility has been here, I believe, since 1983. It's the whole community. If you ask most people in Sparks where they learned how to swim, most of them will tell you in this facility. It's great being here as long as I have, seeing kids that were brought up in our swim programs. Now their kids are in our swim programs, and we have it from infants all the way up to seniors, adult swim lessons. We have swim teams. We have the swim lessons, water aerobics, senior water aerobics. Just about every aspect of swimming that you could think of, we've got it here at our facility. We started it, I want to say, probably about 15 years ago. And it's sponsored by the NFL, and the Oakland Raiders is our main sponsor for it. The price is minimal, and it teaches the kids all aspects of football, not just the tackling and being a lineman your whole life. It teaches every kid how to play quarterback, how to play running back, how to be a wide receiver, and teaches them the basics of the game in a very safe environment. We've had a lot of success with the program, and the numbers just continue to grow each and every year, and we've been very happy with it. And a lot of kids, both boys and girls, participate in our flag football program every fall. We have 320 kids every single year. We always fill up registration. We always have a waiting list. It's been a very successful program for the city of Sparks for probably 30 plus years. Kids, again, another program that all these kids have grown up playing, and now they're coaching their kids playing in the same program. And we've been very successful. This year we have a sponsorship with the Reno Bighorns. We've been able to purchase 2 new scoreboards, and they're assisting us in some of our other fundraising activities for the program. So we're real excited about that sponsorship and that partnership with the Reno Bighorns.
We are at the Sparks Marina with the city's Parks and Recreation Director, Tracy Domingues. Tracy, thanks for coming on the program. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Adam. I've been here for 19 years, made Sparks my home, and my husband and 2 children absolutely love the area as well as all the programs provided by Parks and Recreation.
Well, we're sure glad you're here. I want to ask you a little bit about the Sparks Marina. This is a gem for the city. It is a very popular destination throughout the region. We just made some improvements here. Tell us a little bit about those improvements.
Sure. The recent improvements have been in an effort to recruit more event producers to our area. The improvements include more spectator area for watercraft events, as well as more turf area for booths and vendors, as well as complementing the 2-mile path that goes around the lake.
Can you tell us a little bit about the events and activities that take place at the marina that many of our viewers may not be aware of?
Well, it's so wide and varied. The events here include fun runs, watercraft events, volleyball, fundraising. There's just a lot of triathlons.
You name it, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Let me ask you about another very popular destination in the city, and that's the Golden Eagle Regional Park and Sports Complex. It's very popular. Tell us a little bit about that park, what takes place out there, its uniqueness.
Golden Eagle Regional Park is a huge success and is known across the nation as one of the best facilities around. We are at 95% occupancy rate when it comes to tournaments on weekends, so it is a year-round facility with 13 fields, 2 on the way, and we accommodate all the youth sports programs in the area.
Do you have any future plans for that facility?
Future plans, we're trying to get the public input right now, but possibilities are more turf fields without lights, for example, because we just need more daytime practice, and we need trails and possibly a dog park.
I know there's a restaurant out there as well, so it is very popular indeed. Let me ask a little bit about what the city is doing to earn its branding as a place where there's always something going on in terms of all the special events. That's what makes Sparks unique. What can you tell us about your role?
Well, our role as a Parks and Recreation Department is very big. We just hired Francine Burge, who is a supervisor of special events, and our goal is to recruit versus produce. That's our biggest shift right now.
I'm always amazed at how many recreational activities and events and things you have going on in your department, the volunteers you have, the staff, the dedicated staff that supports your efforts. It's an amazing piece. Tell us what some of the unique programs are and where people can find more information about those events and activities.
We have very well established programs. We have Leisure Without Limits for people with disabilities, which is real key, I think, to our community. We have senior programming as well as Dig It volleyball program that people might not be aware of for the girls in our community, as well as Just for Kicks, which is soccer for little kids.
Where can they get more information?
More information is always available at sparksrec.com.
Yeah. Tracy, thank you so much for your service and for coming on the program.
Thank you, Adam.
It's certainly all happening here at the Parks Department. Now let's check out the hangouts. City community centers offer fun for everyone in Sparks.
At the Larry D. Johnson Community Center, we have a variety of activities. The facility is home to the club, which is a teen center for middle and high school kids. It's run by the Boys and Girls Club together with the City of Sparks upstairs here, and there's all kinds of activities for middle and high school kids there. We have other classes that come through the facility, art classes, reservable rooms for meetings on the weekends. We have traffic school in here and just other kinds of different things that community classes. That for this facility, right now we offer a yoga class, we have art class, we have in the summertime we have a playground program that operates out in our playground here. Anybody can come to go to the club. You have to be a member of the Boys and Girls Club, which is at low or no cost, and it's an annual membership rate, and you can drop in anytime after that.
Golden Eagle it's a gem. It's one of the nicest complexes in the entire United States. One of the players, Brett Helmer, that plays on the USA national team, has played at our complex twice, and he's played everywhere you could think of, even at the National Stadium for ASA, and he considers Golden Eagle the nicest complex he's ever played at.
By now, you know of all the sports, parks, and community centers to visit. But did you know that the Sparks Parks Department can also take care of the children and seniors in your family? Sparks makes family care affordable.
To get them prepared for kindergarten so they can do well on the test when they do their entry to kindergarten. It's just to prepare them. Full-time cost for a Sparks resident is $406 for a 4-week session. In the morning, what they do is they have a free time till 9 o'clock, and then they do have centers that they go to each day, and then they'll go and do art stuff. They'll do whatever the theme of the week is. And it also involves different letters of each week, and that's what they focus on. They do the lunch and nap, and then in the afternoon they do they do the centers again, and then they'll do arts and crafts stuff in the afternoon. And then in the summertime we do the field trips during the day. They learn their basic, like the alphabet, and it's not just childcare, they're also learning so they can get prepared for kindergarten. It's all City of Sparks employees, and we are licensed through Washoe County Social Services, so all of them are CPR and first aid certified.
We offer a Kid Connection program before and after school at several elementary schools in Sparks. Generally about 2 hours before school starts in the morning and about 3 hours in the after school. For kids, it's a place for the kids to come get some homework done, do some recreation activities, play with their friends. It's great for the parents. It provides opportunity for working parents to have a place for their kids to go. It's directly, in the multipurpose room or at the schools, so it's convenient for the parents. It runs on all school days, and we accommodate early outs on Wednesdays and during conference weeks. We're at Jesse Hall, and the parents of the kids, that attend this elementary school are here. We have 14 elementary schools in Sparks that we are at, so it's a good majority of the schools in Sparks. On a daily basis, we have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 500 families at any given time in Sparks. That's a combined number at all of our schools. The cost for the before school program, we have two rates. An early payment discounted rate is $5 a day for before school, and it's $8.75 per day for after school. And then there's the regular rates are more expensive. The after school is $12.25 a day, and the before school is $7 a day. The staff are hired through the city Parks and Recreation Department. Most of the staff are high school and college students. And then we do, different staff trainings throughout the year with regard to child abuse training, CPR training, and things of that nature. So the day is kind of broken out into different segments with different activities planned, including, of course, homework.
Special events make Sparks special. It's one offering just about everyone enjoys. It's part of the Parks and Recreation Department's job to recruit all those events, drawing the food, festivals, and fun that make Sparks a tourist destination. Selling the city as the premier location for their next event. Landing these contracts means regional tourism and regional money flowing into the local economy. This tour succeeded in bringing beach volleyball to the Sparks Marina.
We only do 7 tour stops a year, and this is the HydroTurf IJSBA National Tour, so it's kind of a big deal to bring it to a city like Sparks, Nevada. We're happy to be here, and I got to tell you, the Sparks Marine Park, this is an incredible facility here. This Marina Park is a great place to hang out, wonderful facility for racing, and everybody here has been really good to us and been a lot of help.
Every new event the city signs is good for the city's brand. It's happening here.
But it's a great thing for families to get out here and enjoy what they're doing. And Sparks has come a long way over the years, and I really enjoy what they've done.
This is actually the first time I've been to the marina, and I'm very pleased with it. I think it would be an experience that I would come back and do again. Maybe do some water sports or hang out on the beach.
Good for the local economy and good fun for our families. I had the opportunity to sit down and chat with Councilman Ron Schmitt. Councilman Schmitt is one of the longest serving members of the Sparks City Council today. You are originally from a small town in Georgia. What brought you to the city of Sparks to live and to serve?
Well, as you said, I was born in a small town in Georgia. I lived there for a total of 2 weeks before I moved to Florida. My family moved to Florida. And my father's lived all over the country. We moved all over the country. He was in the military, so we moved around. In 1996, I closed up my business in Southern California, and it was time to follow our dreams, take my family, my wife and 2 children up north to northern Nevada. And Reno and Lake Tahoe is where I've always wanted to live in my adult life. I love it in northern Nevada. And so I moved to Sparks. In 1996, we moved up here in Sparks and enjoyed it ever since then.
And you are formerly a small business owner.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your
Formerly
business
and still am. I've owned several construction companies since 1984. I opened my first construction business in Southern California. Today I'm an independent business consultant. I work with companies in financial consulting for their business.
Now, for more than a decade, you've been serving on the Sparks City Council.
Correct. It's 12 years now.
12 years. What can you tell us in those 12 years that have been some of your your key accomplishments?
Well, boy, that's a great question, Adam. There's two things that I can point to that I really have very proud of. The day that I came into office in 2001, our ending fund balance in the city of Sparks was about $300,000. And that sounds like a lot of money, but for a $30 million business to have $300,000 in the bank, couldn't even make payroll without all of our revenues coming in. We had to have line of credits to go ahead and pay our bills because the cash flow just wasn't there. Sat down and looked at that immediately, said this is not a good business strategy. And over the course of the last 12 years, have been able to institute financial policies for the city of Sparks. So today we have one of the highest percentage healthiest fund balances in the entire state of Nevada. We exceed our state mandated limits for that. We've been able to institute, rainy day funds. Things are going to help us in the future, and I think that's a great accomplishment. I know it's taken a long time. We had our good times, we've had our bad times during those 12 years, but the best ending fund balance is our last one. We're just ending up in 2012. We have a very, very healthy fund balance, and that's great for the city. That helps us in our future of the city. Also helps us in case we have another downturn, economic downturn. And I'm very, very proud of that. I think that's something, that's our job, is to be good stewards of taxpayers' money, and I think we've been able to do that. The second that I think is a great accomplishment it will be a lifelong tribute to the city of Sparks, and I think that's the Legends Shopping Center. I think the shopping center is a timeless center. It has some wonderful, over $20 million worth of artwork inside the shopping center. And it's a place people go for our community to meet and greet. It's now a place to stop on the freeway for people. Say, yeah, I know where Sparks is at. Sparks is on the map, Shields Sporting Goods Store, and the Legends Shopping Center. When that is finished in 10 years or so, that's going to be a timeless piece for the city of Sparks to be proud of.
Indeed, it certainly has become an attraction, and will be even more so as it completely builds itself out. What would you want people to know about the city of Sparks that may not live in the city but live in the region or live outside our borders?
I think some of the things I want people to know is that we are a great city to live, a great community. We have a great quality of life here, has stable government. We have a very good business environment for business to come here. We have a great family, park and rec system. Granted, we're struggling to go ahead and keep up with all that, but at the same time, I think when it comes to a place for cities to live, to raise a family, to be a good, productive in business and human being, City of Sparks is a great place.
Now, you have a couple years left in your final term due to term limits.
Yes, sir.
What do you see for the future of our city 10, 20 years out?
Well, I think that the city of Sparks, nothing but best things. I don't see things that are on the horizon that could be hiccups. We've paid close attention to the financial stability of the city. We're going to continue trying to grow our business sector, continue trying to grow our tax base, continue looking out into the future. In fact, this year we're going to institute 3 years ahead financial look-aheads instead of 2 years, so we can continue that going on. Borrowing any major economic downturn or problems within the structure of the state of Nevada that could hurt us, I see the city of Sparks only continuing to prosper, and the business here continuing to prosper, and the people continuing to prosper. I think it's the future for the city of Sparks is as bright as it has ever been. Still, we have to pay attention to our problems that we have from the outside economics that could cause us issues. But I think we still have all reasons to believe that 20 years from now, the city will still continue to be great and still have great things for its citizens.
Now, in addition to serving on the city council, you also serve on some very important commissions and boards for the city of Sparks. What is one of the more important boards that you serve on, and some of your contributions? Can you tell us about that?
Sure, Adam. And one of them is that you've been a great help with me for the last 4 years that we've been working together in the tourism and marketing. Sure. I can't say enough about how important that commission is to reach out to the special events community, to reach out all across Sparks and Nevada, as well as the entire country, for special events to come in and help generate the importation of tax dollars into our community. Every time somebody comes here and spends money, they're paying sales taxes and other taxes, car rental taxes and things that can help and support our community. And it's very, very important support for our businesses downtown. And I think that committee, we have a very, very tight budget. I think we have spent $150,000 last year in bringing in events, sponsoring events, expansion of events. We get a great return on that investment. And you've been such instrumental in helping us out to create the Citizens Advisory Committee, the BLT, business leadership team that's been able to help us out with that. And I see that committee continue going and prospering. And obviously, again, we have economic issues to deal with, but I think we can continue going.
Let me just say I appreciate the compliments,
No,
but you certainly give us the policy direction to make that happen. So back at you.
Thank you for the support and all the people, citizens across the community that are involved in that. When we have events like Hot Dogs Nights and the Rib Cook-Off and some of the other beach volleyball festivals and the things we do inside the city, that's people working together to help create an environment that's good. And all of our citizens get to participate in those things, and that's very important.
And you're spearheading largely the city's branding efforts, and that's all part of
Correct.
the brand as the city's chairman of the city's tourism and marketing committee. And why is the branding so important for the city, whether it's economic development or special events, or are they interchanged?
Well, no, they're very compatible with each other. They're entwined in each other, and our slogan of the city, "It's happening here," for the city of Sparks, and new design, that is just so important because it gives us that goal to reach for. If somebody says, well, it's happening in the city of Sparks, well, obviously we have nights and weekends and things that there's nothing happening in the city of Sparks. But our goal is to have 200 events days in the city. Our goal, our bar that we've set for ourselves, is to have a vibrant city with lots of special events for our citizens and helping with the tax importation. All those things are very, very important. Our branding is trying to determine who we want to be and how we're going to get there. And I think it's been very successful. It's been a very successful branding process, and I think we're about ready to sit down and reevaluate everything and come up with a game plan for the next year to 2 years on how we continue increasing that brand recognition.
You have a bit of a different perspective than other local elected officials because you have served in the Nevada League of Cities, which is a smaller arm, if you will, of the National League of Cities, which you have also served in an officer capacity. You were awarded the Nevada League of Cities Elected Official of the Year in 2005. What was that like?
Adam, it was a great honor to have your peers across the entire state of Nevada vote in a very secret ballot and vote you as elected official for the year for the state of Nevada. That year I was president of the State League, that I won that award, and one of the programs that I worked on and I initiated was the connectivity throughout the entire state of Nevada. We sometimes think in northern Nevada that's all that exists is northern Nevada. If you're in southern Nevada, you probably don't really concern too much about northern Nevada. And there's this whole vast land in between called rural Nevada, and we have 24 cities and municipalities across this vast land. And Sparks is only the 5th largest one. The next one drops to Carson City at like 40,000 people. Then after that, our average city in the state of Nevada is like 7,000 to 10,000 people. It's not very, very, even Elko's, I think, is only 15,000 people. And I embarked on a mission that year that I went to every single council meeting, at least one in every single municipality and government in the state of Nevada to talk about this connectivity and talk about we all have something in common in the state of Nevada, but we have our own issues. Let's continue talking to one another. Let's continue talking about those issues. And everyone saw that as a great program, and it's still working today, that we're working on those issues together. And so I was awarded that award, and it was fabulous to do that.
Well, you got to be the only individual, at least that I know of, that has probably attended every single council meeting in the state of Nevada at least once in every city. That's pretty remarkable. That's one for the history books.
That's what it's. So when I did it, they said no one's ever done it before. They've never even heard of someone setting a goal like that, because that was my personal goal. And when I was elected president, on my day that I was sworn in, I told everyone in the state of Nevada in the convention that was there that weekend that was my personal goal, that was a goal I set up. Many people felt that wasn't an attainable goal. It was very difficult, I admit. You drive into Ely for a council meeting, you spend 8 hours on the road for a 1-hour meeting. It was a difficult, but I also learned so much.
Councilman Ron Schmitt, thanks for your time, and thanks for your service, most importantly.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And that's about all we have for this installment of Spotlight on Sparks. We hope you've enjoyed watching the show and learning about all the parks and recreation programs that we have to offer. Until next time, I'm Adam Mayberry. Thanks for watching.